a first alert weather day for the second half of the day today because of the potential for severe thunderstorms. This is primarily going to be after 8 p.m. tonight on Thursday until about 2 a.m. on Friday morning. All threats are on the table with this weather system. Damaging wind, large hail, the possibility of tornadoes. But the impacts are conditional. It depends on if everything comes together perfectly to create those severe storms. And it really does have to come together perfectly. Even if it does, it still doesn't mean that a severe thunderstorm is going to develop. This is the system that we're tracking right now out of the Great Plains. It's expected to move off to the northeast. And as it does, this warm front is going to lift to the north, bringing us warm, moist air. And then this cold front is going to pass through late tonight. That's going to help push all of that warm, moist air up into the atmosphere, bringing the potential for severe thunderstorms. Right now, part of our area is under a level 3 of 5 risk for severe storms, so that's kind of in the middle, but it is a little bit more elevated. And then the other part of the area is under a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe storms. So the higher the number, the higher the severe storm risk. Places like Fort Wayne, Huntington, Wabash, Auburn. If you live along and north of US 24, this is the area where severe weather is more likely. Decatur, Van Wert, Portland, areas along and south of US 24, severe weather is less likely. It's not out of the question that a severe thunderstorm develops here, but it's more likely to happen in the area in orange. And when we look at the threats a little bit more closely and breaking them down individually, we can see where the most significant weather is possible. The tornado threat is highest to the north and to the west of US 24, this area in yellow, so it's a little bit of an elevated risk. And these hash marks mean that a significant tornado is possible. According to the Storm Prediction Center, significant means EF2 or higher. So it is possible that we see 1 or 2 thunderstorms develop a tornado. Large hail, possibly as high as diameter of 2 inches or more, is possible for a good chunk of the area. That's what this hash mark is. A lot of places in the hash mark for the severe hail risk this evening, with the highest risk, this area in red. Same case for wind as well. Damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour or higher. It's possible in this hashed area, which primarily comprises the red area, so places along and north of US 24. So we look at First Alert Future Track now, and that's reflected in Future Track where that highest severe storm risk is. We're calm but warm and muggy throughout the day today. So if you need to get outside, maybe mow the lawn, you're going to go outside and try to sit down and eat lunch, it's an okay day to do that. We're really not expecting thunderstorms to start to pop up until about 7, 8 o'clock to the west of us. And then as this complex moves in, it's going to become a little bit less discrete. So a little less broken up, as we can kind of see here with this thunderstorm cell near Valparaiso. And it becomes a little bit more of a line. And that's important because as this transitions from broken up cells that are kind of separated to a line of thunderstorms, we transition from a elevated tornado risk to our primary concern being strong damaging winds. So by 10, 11 o'clock, we're starting to see that evolution of that line happening. It's a little bit more cohesive, a little less broken. So that's why we believe that the primary concern this evening is strong damaging winds. But large hail, isolated tornado risk is not out of the question. So I just want you to keep that in mind. And we are done with the thunderstorms by about 2 or 3 a.m. So that's the latest on what we can expect for this evening. Once again, if you are watching us some other way, Facebook, if you got the link on Facebook, you're watching us on our website. If you don't have the 21Alive First Alert Weather app downloaded, it's a great way to receive weather alerts. You have to make sure that your sound is on your phone, but it's a great way to receive weather alerts this evening if severe weather warnings, tornado warnings, things like that are issued. That's going to be the latest for me. We're also tracking the chance for some thunderstorms for Friday as well. First Alert meteorologist Michael Mornelli is going to have more on that coming up on the news at noon.